Hello guys, here I am back. I am on my winter Christmas break, and I thought it will be a good time to make a video for you because it is almost the end of the application cycle, Caapid cycle, and I know some of you got in. Please write me in comments your story. I'll be very happy to hear your story. And for those who didn't get in, I know it feels very frustrating, and if you kind of feel very upset and you want, I don't know, you want to throw a fit and contact Caapid and ask them to return all your money because you paid so much and you didn't get in, or if you just feel like you want to tear your personal statement apart and throw it in the trash. Believe me, I was there and I had these feelings too. The only thing I can tell you that I wanted to encourage you to continue work hard, and believe me, hard work always pays off. So you'll be there, you'll be on the other side of the situation. I mean, like, you'll get in a program if you continue to work hard. And believe me, the other side is not less stressful than application process. They have this rigorous selection process because they want you to be ready. They want to make sure you are ready to withstand all the pressure of the dental school. No one will treat you as a child in a dental school, and you will have a lot of challenges and you'll have to work even harder. Just to give you an example, last week I had 6 tests, and almost like I had a test every day, and some days it was 2 tests, and I also had 2 patients a day. So I was very loaded, overloaded, and besides that I have a family that I have to take care of as well. So it's all about how productive you are, how self-organized you are, how you can organize to study, and about what kind of person you are. So this video I decided to dedicate to the questions. I'm receiving so many questions from you. I'm very grateful that you ask me questions. I encourage you to continue to ask me questions, and just ask me in the comments anything that you feel like you want to know, and I'll try to do my best to answer. In the meantime, let's go to the most common questions that I received so far, and I just wanted to clarify them, and maybe they will help you to prepare for your new cycle. And let's go. So the first question is, which schools don't have a bench test? I think I even posted that it's somewhere on my website. So it's Boston, UIC, Tufts, UPenn, Rutgers, NYU, Meharry. And you also need to remember that some schools didn't have bench tests due to COVID, and they kept it this way. Some schools are returning their policy, and they are returning to the bench test right now. So example of such schools are USC and UCSF in San Francisco. All right, so the next question is, does it help if I apply early? So it really depends on which school are you aiming to. For most schools, it does not matter. But if you're aiming for such schools as University of North Carolina, University of Illinois in Chicago, and University in Alabama, I think these 3 schools, based on my personal experience and from kind of what I've read, I think they prefer early applicants. So remember, like Alabama, they replied me on the next, I don't remember, the next day that the application was over. So I think these 3 schools I would apply early if you want your priority. Anyway, next question is, can I get into US dental school without US clinical experience? Absolutely. Absolutely, don't even hesitate. I know personally 2 of my friends who had 0 US clinical experience and 0 US experience at all. They came straight from their countries. So it's basically all about how you present yourself. It's not necessary to have US experience. It will benefit you, but not to the degree where they will be deciding to accept you or not based on this criteria. Anyway, the next question is, are there age limitations for Caapid applicants? No, of course there are no age limitations. It would be like a discrimination. However, I noticed the interesting trend that some schools prefer fresh graduates and some schools prefer older and experienced graduates. There is a trend. I kind of mentioned, I think, some of these schools in my other videos. The next question is, which schools accept only green card holders, citizens? So I have this list. I try to keep it updated. So it's UNMC, Nebraska, Iowa, Tufts, Columbia, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. So all other schools will issue you F1 visa inquiry upon acceptance. So basically, they don't care if you have a green card or not. They will just issue you a visa if you get accepted. What TOEFL score should I apply with? So the TOEFL score you should apply with, it has to match with the requirement that's listed on the particular school website. So basically, if you are interested in particular schools, you go check each school TOEFL requirement, and some schools have TOEFL requirements as low as 75. So you can apply to them if you have 75. But some schools have minimal requirement like 90 or 100. So they won't take you if you are below 100. So basically check with the particular school, and there are tons of schools that accept the TOEFL score like 80, 70 or 90. But if you want to apply obviously to all schools, the higher you score, the more schools you will be able to apply to. Anyway, next question is, which schools accept candidates with low GPA? Here is the same or very similar answer as the previous one. So all schools, besides those schools which clarify their GPA requirement on their site. So some schools specify on their website that they want GPA no less than 3. There are only several such schools. I don't recall them in my memory, but all other schools don't care about your GPA, and these schools don't care as long as it's not lower than 3. So basically, just check with the particular school website. Okay, next question is, which schools are not listed on Caapid? So far I know only 2 advanced standing dental programs, the schools that have these programs that are not listed on Caapid. This is San Antonio School in Texas, and there is Creighton School in Nebraska. They both have advanced standing dental programs. With Creighton, you need to write them personally. They don't have it every year. So when I was applying, they didn't have it. I wrote them, but they might have it if somebody gets expelled. So you need to check them each year with them. Next question is, for which schools prefer Casper test? So for the Casper test, as far as I know, Colorado requires Casper test, Temple prefers Casper test, UCLA, Indiana, and UCSF, San Francisco. Next question is, are there any private lenders that don't require EchoSigner? They are. They're not the best option. 2 of them are Prodigy and Empower. They can give you up to $100,000. However, their interest rates are pretty high. Okay, so the next question is, can you manage being in school and having little kids? Yes, you can. We have such students, and they do just fine. Obviously, it's better if you have some help, like from your parents or your husband, vice versa. But you'll be able to. It's not the end of the world, you know. And the last question that I have is, what is the most useful trait that you need to have to go through ASPID program? So I think I mentioned it in the beginning of the video. In my opinion, it is how you can self-organize yourself, your organizational skills. From how you organize your drawer, your working place, how you set for the patient, how you manage the patients, how you organize your study time for the exams, how do you study, how efficient you are, How do you practice for your board exams? How do you study for your board exams? How quick can you type and work with the paperwork? There is tons of paperwork in dental school as well, which takes tons of time. And as long as you are efficient in self-organization and in all these little areas, you'll do just fine, guys. Anyway, this is all questions that I got. As I mentioned, just let me know if you have any other questions. Just post them in the comments and I'll try to do my best to answer them personally or just to make another video. I hope you enjoyed my video. Happy holidays, guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.